a bit of grease with the sliders on them, and that'll make it'll prolong their life a little bit longer as well. As you can see, they're quite simple. They're not really that hard. It's mainly knowing the plastic side of it, removing the plastic. Pretty much like any vehicle, really. When it comes to like doing interior parts and stuff like that, a little bit of time and preparation, especially if you're working on a vehicle which you haven't never worked on before. I've worked on plenty of holdens, but every now and again I'll get a Toyota or something like that. They are generally the same. You can buy a lot of clips as well, so don't be frightened if you do bust a clip, like a stay clip or something like that, thumb clip. You can usually get them from like Auto One or Repco, or you'll buy a kit. Has all different ones. Yeah, they're pretty cool, and they're not that dear. I think it's about 60 or 70 bucks for a whole set. Righto. This cable here is for the seatbelt retentioner. What the seatbelt retention does in an accident, what it does is it pulls back on the seatbelt, so it more or less pulls you into the seat. If something is wrong with them or the wrong resistance, it will send an airbag, an airbag code. Now we're handling these, I try to, because the actual lever is attached to both of them, I generally will hold them like that. I try not to V them out too much because if you bend stuff and it just doesn't look right. And when it comes to mounting it back up, it can be a bit more difficult. So that's pretty much the base of it. So that's the base of it out. I'm just going to put that on the old quaddy here for a bit. Mind the mess in the shed because she's been a bit of a going operation lately. Now we're going to strip this cushion off the actual stay, cushion stay here, where the springs are and the tensions are for, which is another pretty simple. They're a pretty tight fit. Same thing again, just gently. Be mindful that there could be coke, whatever's still stuck in there, which is like an adhesive. So we're just going to gently from these clips, and we're just going to get our fingers in behind here, and you can see me moving that. Make it a bit more clear. See me moving that, and then we're just going to gently walk it out, walk it along, and then pop it over. Alright, and the same with the side, so it's pretty much the same all the way around the seat. So we'll go with that, and go with that, and then this one here is usually the trickiest one. Sometimes I'll just peel that back a bit off the frame, just so it gives me a bit more slackness to work the front of it. Okay. You've just got to be mindful of the stitching. You don't want to really force it. If that doesn't work, roll this over, and that'll give you a little bit more slack coming behind it. It's probably held in there with a coat or something stuck down, which is a very common thing. Now I can get my hand behind it, I can actually start working it along. Yeah, it has. It's got all coat. You can hear that? Yucky. Very yucky. Very yucky. So we don't want to rip that stitching because you'll never get it to look right. Alright, and that's the actual frame. The cushion sits on. That's it. They'll sit there, your studs for your base plate. Move the seat back and forwards. So we'll put that aside for a second. And that's your cushion. There's two ways you can clean these. In this case, looking at it, I'm probably going to clean it with the cushion, actually cushion still attached to the fabric. Reason why, because I use a cold wash as well. I don't use a hot wash with leather. The leather's got a tendency to shrink, and then it just will not go back over the cushion, and it can cause a lot of dramas. I'm not too sure on how strong the stitching is too, so I don't want to go too violent on it. We pretty much want to clean this mess up here. As you can see, it's shocking, absolutely disgusting. So what I'm going to do is I'm pretty much just going to soak it in with a bit of clothes washing detergent, not too aggressive, and I'm just going to let it soak for a day, and then I'll just get it in a big bucket I'll get from Bunnings, which I will do a video on, a big bucket, sit that in the bucket, and then you just like so with it. And it is quite tiring, can take some time, and then just agitate it like so. Be mindful of your stitching. You don't want to over agitate and find your stitching starts collapsing or tearing apart. And then allow to dry. It'll take probably in a good, say, 20-degree day. We are coming to the winter over here in the west. it'll take a good couple of days. If you've got an airline, it does help. You can kind of ferret the airline to drain it first, and then it will dry a bit quicker. All right, so that's the base plate. So we're going to go back onto the tricky part. Now we want to strip the cushion off this one as well. But first we want to move our newspaper holder, or whatever they're called, or the back where it's the actual back plate. These have got two claws up under here, so they kind of like sit wedged up under here. So you can't use a screwdriver and them out like that because you'll just bust them. How the correct way of removing them is I've got two little clips in underneath here. When I've got it off, I'll show you the clips, and then you'll get a rough idea on how they come out. Now you can't pull these off while they're attached to the actual base plate because one, you can't get the angle of the screwdriver right to detach the clip. If you do bust a clip, you can still buy them. I think they're about $8 each. They are pretty expensive from Holden. So here we go. Just going to go down. We're just going to put our flathead screwdriver underneath. I might have to get a torch. It is quite tricky. Maybe this side might be easier. It's absolutely caked with, I don't know what sort of coke, coke or, I don't know, it's disgusting. So I'm going to have to get a torch and just have a bit of dental going with it. Hopefully the patient doesn't yell out. Sometimes, if they've been broken and someone hasn't replaced the clips, they will glue them, and that's even more hell. It's the bit of an art form. As I said, they are tricky. Take your time. I may even have to come back to a bit of a video with it. There we go, there's one. As you can see, they are tricky. You just got to get the fabric down enough so you can see the clip, and then you'll see. I think this one's been glued. I think this one has been glued. This one is going to be a bit stubborn. They're pretty low down. Could be quite possibly the wrong clip. Oh. Normally they're easier. This one's going to be a bit tricky. I might have to come back to your video after I've got it off and give you a bit more of an explanation on how they do come off. This one is just riddled. It looks like it's actually been glued. So yeah, I'll have to come back to that because this one's going to be a bit tricky, and I don't want to break it because these backrests are the same as again. You can't get them, and if you break them, well then they just don't sit on the seat correctly, and they fall off, and yeah, they're not good. So yeah, I'll have to come back on that one. But yeah, so once we take this off, generally it's the same procedure as taking the cushion off that. It'll have the little clips. You unclip them out, and then you remove the cushion off the actual metal framing. And once it's off the metal framing, same thing again, in a bucket, pat it down, clean it, drain it out. But anyway, I hope that's some help for you anyway. I'll put a little video up just on based on those clips and what they look like on the next video. So anyway, that's how pretty much strip a Holden Commodore seat down. So yeah, hopefully it helped. Anyway, thanks for watching. Gordo's Backyard Tinkers. Bye for now.